probably the most famous victim of Munchausen by proxy ever, has now written her very own book, a memoir, and it's just hit the #1 best-selling list. Gypsy's now 33 years old, and she was just released from prison last December, where she served 8 of the 10 years she received for the murder of her mother. She posted a clip of a news article today that says Gypsy Rose Blanchard's memoir, My Time to Stand, is a #1 bestseller following its release. It's also number 16 in the list of audiobooks on Apple. Now, Gypsy's not able to make money off the death of her mother, so the book is a memoir about her childhood and her upbringing and what happened to her. The write-up says Blanchard shares the painful details from her upbringing, during which she was a victim of her mother's Munchausen by proxy and child abuse. Throughout the pages, she writes about the abusive cycle that began with Dee Dee's abuse by her father, Gypsy's fear that continued unnecessary surgery would leave her truly disabled, and how she coped with guilt and accepted responsibility for her mother's death and memories of her days in prison. If you're not familiar with what Munchausen by proxy is, basically it's when a caregiver will fake or cause an illness in someone they're taking care of for sympathy, attention, money, something like that. And according to Gypsy, Dee Dee subjected her to unnecessary medical treatments and surgeries for conditions including leukemia and muscular dystrophy, and convinced her she was 4 years younger than her actual age. She goes into detail about how she started meeting people online, including her then boyfriend, Nicholas Godejohn, and ended up in June of 2015 planning and carrying out the murder of her mother. For Gypsy's hand in the death of her mother, she received 10 years with parole, and her ex, Nicholas, received life in prison with no parole. Gypsy's now been living with her father and her stepmother in Louisiana. She's been dating her ex-fiance from prison, Ken Urker, and she's also expecting their first child the end of January.